It is game day for Indiana State football on the road tonight in Louisville, Kentucky. The Sycamores will kick off around 7 o'clock against Louisville. It's going to be opening night for the Louisville Cardinals for their new stadium at Cardinal Stadium. New renovations. It should be an exciting night. Alongside Brian Fritz, I am Luke Martin. Fritzy, another money game. Of course, these are games that are going to be a challenge for any team that's in Indiana State's position. But the good news is there's a lot of good vibes surrounding this football team coming off the win last week.
Yeah, no question. A shutout. They ran the football really well, and just, lots of positive things, I think, to take away from that opener for Indiana State. I think all the boxes that you wanted to see checked in that first game pretty much got checked. Now you just, line up and see where you stand against, really a physically very good football team in Louisville. This will obviously be a challenge, and obviously I think a nice homecoming for Jonas Griffith. I know some stories on him online this week, and, what a story he's been in terms of, how new relatively to football he is, and getting to go home and play in front of, a full crowd on tonight. And it's, going to be interesting to see how the Sycamores are able to match up.
He went to Cardinal Stadium every year as a kid. His dad always took him and his brothers to go see a Louisville football game. I also think one of the challenges about this game is, from our perspective, I don't think people really understand how good this Louisville team is. I think people need to know that Week 1 game against Alabama said much more about where the Crimson Tide are at compared to the challenge that Indiana State's going to have tonight.
Yeah, no question. I mean, I think you can just take from a results standpoint the first weeks and throw them out, because Alabama and Quincy are about as alike as Alaska and Hawaii are as states. And that's no disrespect to Quincy, but Alabama, obviously, what they've done. And, Louisville's going to be a good football team. Bobby Petrino's done a very good job there. They've, had high-powered offenses. That's one of the things I'm anxious to sort of see. The defense really shined in the opener, but obviously they're going to face probably as talented an offense as they're going to see all season. And this is going to be a good measurement of, did we make some improvements in some areas that we needed, and how this defense can do and stack up against a really good offensive unit.
You brought up, and I think that's going to be a great talking point, this Indiana State defense feels that they are much improved than a year ago, and that's why they had 5 guys on the preseason second team in the Missouri Valley Football Conference. But they're going to get a test, because this wide receiving unit, even though it wasn't shown in Week 1 against Alabama, there is skill from top to bottom, and they're going to get a test to see how improved they are down the field.
And that's still the area, I think, of this defense that, only because they haven't had any games against this level competition, hasn't really had a chance yet to answer that question. Are they truly better? Because Quincy, I don't feel they really tested the secondary last week. I think you feel pretty good about this defense up the middle, and you certainly feel like the defensive line is a lot deeper. You feel much better about the secondary, but also I think you'd like to see that on the field a little bit. And this is really their first opportunity against a really skilled group of receivers to show some of the improvements that they've made.
Coverage begins on WIBQ 97.9 at 6 o'clock for the Pepsi Countdown, the kickoff. You can join us then. Kickoff again will be at 7 o'clock tonight. If you can watch it as well, it'll be on the ACC network. We hope you can listen to us as well. For Brian Fritz, I am Luke Martin. Enjoy the game tonight. Go Sycamores.
All in. Boom! Right up there to the right.